You've seen those charts, right? The ones that show this explosive growth that just seems to come out of absolutely nowhere? Well, what if I told you that behind all that apparent magic, there's usually a surprisingly simple, totally predictable number? A number like, say, 1.68?
And here it is right here in action. In just 1 year, 12 months, something went from basically nothing to 300,000 subscribers. Just look at the shape of that curve. I mean, it barely moves for months and months, and then, boom, ignition. It shoots almost straight up. So what in the world is powering this rocket ship?
So the big question is, how does this actually happen? Is it just a lucky break? A one in a million viral moment? Or is there a predictable engine running behind the scenes, something that we can actually understand and maybe, just maybe, even replicate?
Well, the answer, it turns out, isn't magic at all, it's math. And to really get it, we just need to uncover 3 secrets that all work together. Let's start with the most important one, the engine behind this whole thing, the magic multiplier.
Okay, so our first key idea here is the monthly multiplier. Now, I know it sounds a little technical, but the idea is actually super simple. Think of it like a growth score. It's just one number that answers a question. For every one person you have right now, how many new people do they help bring in each month? This right here is the heart of the engine. For that project on the chart we just saw, the magic number was 1.68. That's it. That's the multiplier. Every single month, the total number of subscribers grew by a factor of 1.68. This is what shows you how a pretty small but really consistent growth rate can lead to absolutely massive results. And here is the perfect way to picture it. A multiplier works just like a little snowball rolling down a big hill. Way up at the top, when it's small, one full turn barely adds any snow. But once it starts getting bigger, that very same single rotation adds this massive new layer of snow. The effort is exactly the same, but the result? It gets exponentially larger. That, my friends, is the power of compounding. But an engine, even a great one, is totally useless without fuel. And that brings us to our second secret. And it's the best kind of fuel there is. Free fuel. So this brings us to our next key term, zero CAC. It's an acronym for Zero Customer Acquisition Cost. In plain English, it just means you're not paying for ads to get new users. Your growth is all happening organically, spreading all on its own. Think of it this way. You throw an amazing party. Your guests have such a good time that for the next one you throw, every single one of them brings a friend. Your party literally doubles in size, and you didn't spend a single dollar on invitations. That organic, word-of-mouth energy, that is the free fuel for your growth engine. Okay, so we've got our engine, that's the multiplier, and we've got our fuel, that's zero CAC. Now we need to understand the shape this growth takes over time, and that is secret number 3, nature's growth pattern. So this type of growth is often called Fibonacci style. But listen, you do not need to be a math whiz here. The only thing you need to remember is that it's a pattern of acceleration. Each new bit of growth doesn't just add to the last one, it builds on all the growth that came before it, all of it combined. And this isn't some abstract business theory. This is a fundamental pattern of life itself. You see it everywhere, in the way a tree branches out, the spirals of a seashell, or, the classic example of rabbits. The pattern is always, always the same. It starts so slowly you can barely even see it, and then it feels like it explodes overnight. So let's put this all together, right? These 3 secrets create this powerful, self-sustaining loop. Step 1, you get your first users for free. That's your fuel. Step 2, those users bring in more people. That's your 1.68 multiplier engine kicking into gear. And step 3, you just repeat this process every month, and that creates that explosive, natural growth pattern. So now, when we look back at our original chart, it's not a mystery anymore, is it? It's a picture of this exact loop in action. You can literally see the slow start, that's the snowball just beginning to roll. And then you see the curve bend up sharply as that compounding power kicks in, and the growth becomes, seemingly unstoppable. So what's the real takeaway from all this? It's really about a shift in how you think. Stop chasing one single viral moment, and instead, focus on building a compounding system. Because real, lasting growth isn't some big event. It's a process, just like in nature. This, right here, captures the feeling of it perfectly. In the beginning, at 2,000 subscribers, growth feels slow.
It feels steady, maybe even a little frustrating. You might even question if it's working at all. But if you trust the process and you keep that multiplier consistent, you eventually hit this tipping point. And that slow start turns into an unstoppable force. The process never changed, only the scale did. There's this great quote, often pinned on Einstein, but whoever said it, the insight is what matters. The most powerful force out there isn't some huge, one-time effort. It's a small, positive rate of return, just applied consistently over time. Your focus shouldn't be on how big your starting number is, but on how consistent your multiplier is. And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Because look, this isn't just about subscribers or business. This applies to anything, learning a skill, getting in shape, saving money. So forget about the grand sweeping gestures for a second. What is the one small, consistent thing you could do day in and day out to improve your own personal growth multiplier? What's your 1.68?